And the players getting themselves into game mode. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Mikal Bridges. Downs is out there with Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Brunson in at the point guard. Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Towns for three. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Brooklyn. That's good from Thomas on the assist from Porter. So, Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one.
And here are the Nets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Brunson. And the rejection by Claxton. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Claxton. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Porter against Anunoby. Over Porter. And the Knicks miss again.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And finished off by Porter.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Here's Claxton after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Porter passes to Claxton. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Porter can't get that one to fall. Knicks trail by 7. Brunson outside. And finished off by Robinson.
And you can tell this is a priority for Brunson. He wants everyone involved.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. They look to climb that mountain once again.
Now, here's Bridges. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Brooklyn leading by 5. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for New York. Clarkson comes in for Bridges. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Hart. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And so, Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. Man comes in for Saraf. There's 1:59 left in the first quarter. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, They just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Towns a screen on Thomas. Here's Brunson. Basket good.
Strong move. Brunson just bruising his way inside.
Nets leading by 4. Pass to man. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Here's Claxton. And no good. Some solid defense from Robinson. Brunson kicks to Hart. Back to Brunson. Lets it fly. Brunson with another miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And a wide open look for Porter. His 3-pointers off the mark. Knicks trail by 4. 6-second difference between shot and gameplay. Towns sets the pick for Clarkson. Left side, Towns. Clarkson finds Hart. And here's Brunson outside. It's good from long range. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
A slam dunk by Thomas.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets lead by 3. And don't go away. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Williams is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Sharp, and it's Wilson in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Here's Mann, defended by McBride. Trailing. Hart gets to Yabusele. Launches a 3. Wilson grabs the board. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 47%, pretty solid. Stolen by Yabusele. Clarkson for 3. Good on the triple. Clarkson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Knicks.
As a shooter, Clarkson can be so efficient. He gets the ball and goes right into his shot.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Some changes for Brooklyn. Brownie's checked in, and Porter subbed in for Wilson. And a switcher also for New York. OG Anunoby's checked in for Miles McBride. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Sharp with a screen on Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Williams. Fires the 3. Sharp. The kick out to Porter. Here's Sharp. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Sharp's got 4 points this quarter. For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Anunoby passes to Yabusele. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Certainly something to watch. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. To the left side wing. Williams for 3. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Knicks. They trail by 1. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team.
And having become such a dangerous scorer, Clarkson draws a lot of attention and his fair share of fouls.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Saroff. He's covered by Clarkson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Thomas checked in for Brooklyn. And then for New York, Towns, he's checked in for Yabusele. Miles McBride comes in for Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson and for Jordan Clarkson. Pass to Saroff. Back to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
And we hear a lot about 6'11" Nick Claxton's effect on defense. RJ, what's your opinion?
Well, it's not just his rim protection, but he can pop out and affect shots from mid-range. He guards multiple positions well, and his defensive versatility, that's not easy to come by.
Here's Brunson. Hart finds Towns. Towns is doubled. Here's McBride. Here's Anunoby. And the Knicks miss again. Brooklyn leading by 6. How about this run crank they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Here's Thomas. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Oh, Thomas can be scary when he's getting points inside. That really rounds out his game.
With it, 17 points in his last outing. Hart kicks to Towns. New York moving it around. Here's McBride, and the Knicks miss again.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Saroff. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. Knicks trail by 10. Here's Brunson. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Bridges with the steal. Makes it off the glass. Bridges has got his second bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Thomas. Here's Saroff from beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Anunoby. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. Bridges finds Towns. Anunoby outside. From deep, Brunson. They get the rebound. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Nets. They're up by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those guys closing out this game.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes, but and with a moment here. That'll do it for our show tonight.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. Karl Anthony Towns is up. Pass to Porter. Shoots over Anunoby. Off the left rim and out.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Bridges finds Robinson. Outside, Towns. Brunson surveying the D. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Brunson. Towns has got the lead up to 1 now for the Knicks. Here's Saraf. Can't cash in from close range.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And here's Brunson outside. Second chance shot. Towns for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Pass to Clowney. There's the pick. And here is Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Anunoby passes to Towns. Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Anunoby. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 4. To the wing on the left. Here's Clowney. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Anunoby, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Number 1, the Knicks.
Without a doubt, the best defensive team in the league this season. Forget about any other stats, steals, blocks, whatever. It comes down to limiting points. And so far, nobody's been better at holding their opponents in check.
Richard, Cam Thomas has been criticized for his shot selection at times, but the guy can flat out score.
Oh, he's a walking bucket. And to his credit, he works on taking these difficult shots because he knows that is a valuable skill in this league.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
The Knicks leading by 4. Brunson finds Bridges. Now here's Towns. Anunoby right side. Bridges outside. Some nice passing by New York here. And here's Brunson outside. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Thomas. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Now, be careful because he is a rhythm scorer. Thomas has been locked and loaded all night with a full clip.
Bridges outside. Here's Anunoby. No good on the triple.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Saraf can't hit. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Saraf. Brunson covering. Robinson with the block.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Towns, no luck.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Thomas gets a wide open look, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Thomas got 6 in the quarter.
With the ball in his hands, Thomas is crafty moving downhill.
So both teams making some changes here. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. 1:11 left in the third. Brunson against Thomas. The shot's good from Brunson. Brunson's got the lead up to 7 now for New York.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Thomas. Here's a look at some of the stats for Cameron Thomas. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
You love the readiness of Cam Thomas. Whatever his team needs, whenever they need it, he is prepared to deliver.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Porter's checked in. Here's Clarkson. And the layup falls. Clarkson's got 7.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Mann. He's covered by Clarkson. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Yabusele in the corner. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. Thomas feeling it out a bit. On the wing, Bridges. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Jalen Brunson has been on display for the New York Knicks. He finishes with 9. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Knicks leading by 8. We've got Wilson. Sharp out there with Michael Porter. Then and Zaire Williams. And it's Mann in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And forget those threes, Cat. Get the easy ones.
Now, Mann. Pass to Porter. And yes, it's good.
And he's just adept at scoring it in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Towns in the corner. Left block shot on the way. And again, it's New York.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Here's Mann, defended by McBride. Pass to Sharp. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Outside, Towns. Back to Clarkson. Towns sets the pick for Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Clarkson. Towns has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Knicks. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Sinks the triple. Clarkson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Porter passes to Claxton. McBride with the ball. Picked up by Claxton. Robinson kicks to Towns. Rebounded by the Nets.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
And Claxton throws it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Some changes for Brooklyn. Brownie's checked in, and it's Cameron Thomas in for Williams. The kick out to Towns. Here's Saroff. A 10-footer. That one goes. Count it.
Well, if you didn't know before, this game is further proof that Thomas has a deep bag offensively.
Thomas against Clarkson. And he banks the layup in.
Whatever adjustments were made at half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
Thomas fires. And the three misses.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Porter. Oh, that was a two-hander.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
A different look for New York. Bridges, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Now here's Bridges. Brunson. The three doesn't go. Here's Thomas. Puts it up in 12. Now Porter puts up a three. Drained from outside.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
At the rim.
And Thomas, here we go. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Oh, what a finish.
Getting some airtime. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
Nets trail by 6. Thomas fires. A three-pointer. Good.
They needed that bucket, and Thomas has demonstrated some leadership, helping them get it.
Brunson off the dribble. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Thomas. Shoot from 8.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
15. At the line, Cameron Thomas. At the line.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So he can't get either to fall. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Towns. Missed on the three. Outside Porter. Another chance, and he lays that one in.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Porter knocks down the three.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a three. But they'll probably try for a two. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much did it.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get